Alright, thank you again for stopping in Nile Chronicles. As always, if you like my videos, I ask that you hit that like and subscribe, because it does a lot to help the channel grow. So I wanted to talk more about the Ankh, which we know is one of the most important symbols in the Kemetic belief system. And it has a whole host of meanings that people have always been very curious about. Like, we do know that it is an ancient symbol which signified life, or the essence of life. And it remained important in various ways. In this first image here that I'm showing, this is the Neter Hathor, and she is giving life to the Nasut, who is Seti in this particular case. And this is a divine gift. It is a divine gift given that embodies the living life properties of both the Nile and of the sun, two bodies that were extremely important in the ancient Kemetic belief system. We see another depiction here of the same type of act, this one being acted by Heru, giving life again to the Nasut, or the Pharaoh. And they were placing life or giving him life. We would say now to be speaking life into someone, being encouragement or filling them up, or other deeds that are you would do upon a king, so that he can fulfill his duties, or a loved one, so that they can achieve. But this figure was also very important in the afterlife. It became extremely significant, even more important almost than any other sacred tools, and there were many that would be used. This was first used during the resurrection of Ausar, or Osiris as you may know him, and the Ankh was placed on his lips, symbolizing the breath of life. And furthermore, it became a pivotal part of burial rituals for the everyday common person as they passed into the afterlife. There is a specific event called the opening of the mouth ceremony that was designed to reanimate the deceased in the afterlife. We have to remember that for the Kemetic people, death was simply a door to another plane. And as their famous saying goes, as above, so below, meaning that life was not extremely different than what we knew here in this physical plane. That we still had requirements for eating, for drinking, being able to hear, being able to see, being able to speak. So in order to be successful in the afterlife, one had to have all the faculties open, all those faculties being able to use. And the opening of the mouth ceremony would symbolically and spiritually reopen all those functions. Now, this was a sacred ritual that included not only priests, but also members of the deceased family. And it was a series of chants and rituals, all to restore these abilities to the loved one who is the deceased person. The Ankh was thus seen as a conduit of life, or of life force. And the life force in the Ankh would transfer to the deceased, ensuring that they would not be mute or blind or starving in their next life. Now, of course, this ritual started off with a purification ceremony, cleansing the body with sacred waters. After which the Ankh, along with several other sacred tools, would be placed at various parts of the body. The mouth in particular was touched so that it opened. Now, the Ankh in a lot of ways still represents harmony and the cyclical rhythms of nation. Some believe that the lower portion of the Ankh represents the tangible world, relying on floods, harvests, daily rituals as a part of the cycle, whereas the top portion, the hoop, was more ethereal, with an infinite representations of the world beyond mortal beliefs, the realm of the afterlife, and even further. While the true beginnings or origins of the Ankh may be lost to history, we do understand how it was used, why it remains so important in antiquity, and still to this day. We can still speak life into those who we love or want to see do the best. We can still think about preparation for the afterlife if we truly believe in the concepts of the afterlife in this particular sense, it being a realm not so different than this physical realm that we live in. If you have things to add to this or questions, please do so in the comment section. I definitely encourage that. And as always, I'm going to ask again that you hit the like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll be in the loop when new videos drop.